What's the mechanism of E2 reaction? How to solve the problems using this concept? We are going to see about these points in this video. The best example for this is CH3 CH2Cl. On heating with alcoholic KOH, the product, see, this is alpha carbon which is bonded with halogen leaving group, and this is beta carbon. From beta carbon hydrogen and alpha carbon, and from alpha carbon chlorine, and this is for dehydrohallucination. So the product is CH2 here, double bond CH2 plus HCl, that HCl with KOH, KCl plus H2O. These are the products. Now let's see how to explain the mechanism of this reaction. What we said, this is a bimolecular reaction, means a rate determining step involves two molecules. Okay, right? See this CH2, for the sake of convenience, CH2 Cl here H. Now the base here OH minus. First see the basic explanation. OH minus removes, this hydrogen as H plus by giving electrons. Simultaneously, these electrons move in this way, and these electrons onto the leaving group. This involves a transition state. So what is the transition state? That involves breaking of old bonds and formation of new bonds at a time. See, already here single bond is there. Here this bond is breaking, and a bond is forming between base and OH minus. Because of donation of charge, here magnitude of charge decreases, delta minus. Here a new bond is forming, and this bond is breaking, and these electrons are moving on to the chlorine, so this gets delta minus. So this is the condition. Okay, thereafter see what happens. Last is complete breaking of this. It is with OH minus H2O, and this is a Cl minus, and this is as ethylene, CH2 double bond CH2 plus H2O plus Cl minus. Here I have not taken K plus. If K plus is written, here we have to write KCl. Okay, these are the products formed. See, this is the single step process. So this step itself is the rate determining step. It is involving alkyl halide plus base. So rate R is equal to K into concentration of alkyl halide into concentration of base. So two molecules are involved. That's why it is a bimolecular reaction, and the rate depends on the concentrations of these two. Okay, this is the basic explanation. Okay, see, to solve problems related to elimination or whatever it may be, whether E2, here we are looking at the E2 reaction. To solve elimination reactions, let's see some more points regarding this. Students, see, these are the points very important and required to solve the problems, so please concentrate on this. See, your first doubt is First question here, hydrogen and chlorine, these are the leaving groups. These are removed from the substrate. But here I have written in opposite sides. In opposite sides, they are leaving in opposite direction. Why? If they are leaving in opposite direction, that is said to be anti-elimination. Anti-elimination. If these two groups are removed from the same side, that is said to be syn elimination. Syn elimination, right? So there are two possible ways for this, anti-elimination and syn elimination. What is the preferable reaction? See, if you look at this mechanism, here base is, see, it has a negative charge. Leaving group is also getting negative charge. If hydrogen and this leaving group, they are on the same side. Here delta minus, and it is approached by base. So here also we have delta minus on the base. Here also minus on the leaving group. Then what happens if they are on the same side? Repulsions arise. To minimize repulsions, what is the preferable orientation? Anti, if possible. So between syn elimination and anti-elimination, the preferable process is anti-elimination to minimize the repulsions. Okay. In this case, about carbon-carbon single bond, free rotation of atoms is possible. So anti-elimination takes place. But in some cases, it may not be free rotation about this bond, may not be possible. In such cases, syn elimination may take place. We will see those examples at the end of this topic. First, let's continue this. So in this example, what is the preferable reaction? Anti-elimination. So remember this, anti-elimination. Anti-elimination is preferable to syn elimination. Okay, preferable to syn elimination, right? Is it the necessary condition? No, what I told you, preferred. This is preferred to syn elimination. Okay, means syn elimination is also possible, but here it is, because of free rotation, here anti-elimination is possible, so it is preferred in this example. Okay, we will see the examples for syn elimination later, after completion of this discussion. Right. Now, what is the necessary condition? See, all of you look at this. Say this is the carbon-carbon bond, and say this is the halogen, this pink color one is halogen, and say this is the hydrogen in anti-orientation. See, if halogen is removed in this direction, we get a new orbital here, and hydrogen is removed, we get a new orbital here. These two orbitals are parallel to each other, and they can undergo sideways overlapping, which results in the formation of pi bond. Okay, this is about anti-elimination case. Suppose if they are in syn orientation, even in this case also, we get orbitals parallel to each other, new orbital, after the removal of groups, new orbitals, they can overlap to form pi bond. So in syn elimination or anti-elimination, see, new orbitals are parallel to each other. After the removal of this, orbitals are developed like this. After removal of this, after breaking of this one, so they can, by sideways overlapping, they can form pi bond. Whether they are anti or syn to each other, both lead to the same condition. But see this, see, if you look at this one, once again, this is anti-elimination. But you see this, these are all in the same plane, whether in anti-elimination or in syn elimination. See, the leaving groups and these carbons are in the same plane, okay, in both cases. If they are in different planes, what's the problem? See, say this is the halogen, these are the carbon atoms, this is the halogen. If hydrogen is projected in this direction, in a different plane, then what about the new orbital? One orbital is projected in this direction, another orbital is projected in this direction, so they are not parallel. Not parallel means, what about sideways overlapping? Not possible. Formation of pi bond is not possible. So, the leaving groups and carbon atoms must be coplanar, whether it is anti or syn, they must be coplanar, they must lie in the same plane. Otherwise, if they are in different planes, formation of pi bond is difficult. So, the necessary condition is coplanarity. See, for E2 reaction, the necessary condition is coplanarity of hydrogen, Cl means leaving group here, both are leaving groups, and the carbon atoms, these carbon atoms, they must be in the same plane, coplanar. Otherwise, elimination is not possible. Just I have shown, if they are in different planes, new orbitals are formed in different planes, and a sideways overlapping is not possible, pi bond is not possible. Okay, that's why. So, for E2 reaction, the necessary condition is coplanarity of leaving groups with the carbon atoms to which they are bonded. If there is no coplanarity, no elimination, no E2 reaction, okay. Elimination may happen in anti manner or syn manner. It may, that depends on the structure of molecule. Okay, that is the necessary condition. Okay, right. Now, see this. See this, we have seen one example for anti-elimination. Now, let's see cyclohexane systems. Cyclohexane systems, elimination in cyclohexane system. For example, if you take Cl above the plane, here H above the plane, deuterium below the plane, here we have methyl groups. If it is heated with alcoholic KOH, what are the possible products? Generally we expect Cl from this carbon and either H or D. Suppose if H is removed, here remaining one is D. If D is removed, remaining one is H. Now the question is, which is the correct product? One or two or both? That is the point we are going to see here. Now see this. If you look at chair form of this one, here Cl, better to write in axial position. Here hydrogen and Cl are cis to each other, deuterium and Cl are anti to each other. So D, and this is H, and our adjacent carbon here we have methyl. Okay, this is the structure, right? Now look at this. In this configuration, look at this bond. Cl is oriented in this direction, Hd is oriented in this direction. Okay, all of you look at this. Say this is the carbon-carbon bond, and this is the chlorine, and this is the hydrogen. Now see, deuterium. This one is the deuterium. Once again, this is the carbon-carbon bond, and this is chlorine, and this is deuterium. See, these are all in the same plane or not? Then which do you remove? Which do you remove? Chlorine and deuterium, not the H, because H is projected in this direction. Chlorine is here, H is projected in this direction. They are in different planes. So removal of hydrogen is not possible. Removal of deuterium is possible because Cl, these carbons and these are in, and see, these are coplanar. Then what is the correct product? This one, deuterium is removed. This is not possible. To get this one, we have to remove hydrogen. Cl and H are removed, we get this one. But Cl and H are in different planes. Formation of pi bond is difficult. Okay, suppose this is transform. Some students may ask you like this. If you look at this structure, if you flip this structure, Cl in equatorial position and deuterium in equatorial position, H in axial position. Two axial and 1,2 positions. Trans, you have seen in conformational isomerism. Okay, if it, on flipping, axial bond becomes as equatorial. See, even now Cl and deuterium are in trans position. They are anti to each other. They are anti to each other. But in this configuration, E2 is not possible because for the same reason. See, this is the carbon-carbon bond. Look at this. This is the carbon-carbon bond. Look at this. And here Cl is projected downwards. And here deuterium is projected upwards. See this? What about Cl and deuterium? They are in different planes. Even hydrogen is also, see, if Cl is like this, hydrogen is like this, in different planes. So in this configuration, in this conformation, a E2 reaction is not possible. So what is the condition, necessary condition based on this discussion? Coplanarity of living groups is necessary. Otherwise, no E2 reaction takes place. This coplanarity is obtained only when the living groups are in axial positions, not in equatorial positions. Because only in axial position they can attain coplanarity. Then only double bond is possible. So this is the necessary condition. Without this, no E2 reaction. No E2 reaction. Okay. So that is the important thing. Therefore, in cyclohexane system, see once again, here Cl is removed, here deuterium is removed. They are trans to each other. So in cyclohexane systems, anti-elimination takes place. Students, hereafter remember this point. In cyclohexane system, anti-elimination occurs. Okay, not syn. Now come to see this. Cyclopentane systems. Cyclopentane. If you look at cyclopentane systems, so see this, let's see, take once again the same one, similar one. Here Cl is above the plane. Here hydrogen is above the plane. Deuterium is below the plane. On heating with alcoholic KOH, see the possible products. Here two methyls, Cl from this carbon. If H is removed, double bond, remaining one is deuterium, say product 1. And another possibility is Cl from this carbon and removal of deuterium from this carbon. So double bond, remaining is H. Now again we have to see which is the probable product, which is correct, product 1 or product 2 or both. You have to check it. Let's see, very clear, based on coplanarity for E2 reaction. We can do based on coplanarity only. Now see this. Okay, very clear, already we have drawn diagram. Now see this. Here, look at this bond. Look at this bond. Here Cl and H, they are projected above the plane in the same direction. So this pink one is this bond. Chlorine is projected like this. Hydrogen is also projected like this. Now look at this. They are in the same plane or not? This one projected above the plane in the same direction. So which are coplanar? Cl and this H are in the same plane. So loss of Cl and loss of hydrogen is possible. So here product 1 is correct. Now see, they are removed from the same site. This is syn elimination. Syn elimination. So in cyclopentane systems, what is the probable elimination? Syn. Free rotation about this bond is not possible in cyclic systems having less than nearly 8 carbons or okay. In 8 carbons also difficult a little bit. Okay. So in cyclopentane and cyclohexane systems, free rotation about this bond is not possible. So no anti-elimination. Only these are coplanar. So the necessary condition for E2 reaction is coplanarity, right? So the conclusion is in cyclohexane systems, anti-elimination. In cyclopentane systems, syn elimination is possible. Okay. Now let's see some factors affecting E2 reaction. One is structure of substrate, order of reactivity towards E2 reaction, which is more reactive, 1 degree or 2 degree or 3 degree halide. Now let's see which is more reactive towards this. See, if you look at 1 degree halide, 1 degree halide, after elimination what you get? CH2 double bond CH2. And if you look at a tertiary halide, a 3 degree halide, Cl from this carbon, H from the adjacent carbon, no problem. See, here all are identical. Say let's remove H from this, CH2 double bond C, CH3, CH3. Generally, how do you decide the direction of a reaction? Either through intermediate product or through final product, based on the final product, stability of final product or stability of intermediate product. But E2 reaction is a single step process. So no intermediate product, only transition state. Now based on final product, let's decide. See which is more stable. See, this is more stable alkene. How do you say? Based on hyperconjugative structures. See, this is C double bonded carbon is with 2 methyls. So 6 hyperconjugative structures are possible. Here there is no such group. So number of hyperconjugative structures 0. So this is more stable. So which is giving a more stable product? 3 degree halide. Next to 2 degree. Next to 1 degree. Therefore order of reactivity is 3 degree greater than, 2 degree greater than, 1 degree halides. Okay. This is the order of reactivity towards E2 reaction. Next one. Strength of base. It's very clear from the rate equation. R is equal to K into Rx into concentration of base. We have seen in the mechanism. With the increase of concentration of base, speed of reaction increases. Okay. Next one. See, leaving ability of group, leaving ability of group. See, among RF, RCl, RBr and RI. See, this is the order of reactivity, because leaving ability of these groups is this one. Why? Based on bond strength you can explain. This is strong, carbon fluorine bond is strong, carbon iodine bond is weak, bond due to longer bond length. So it can be broken easily. So here it is the good leaving group. So this is the most reactive. Okay. Next and final one, and the most important factor is effect or nature of solvent. Nature of solvent. See this? With the increase of polarity of solvent, what happens? See, for example, CH3, CH2, Cl. CH3, CH2, Cl. If we use alcohol as the solvent plus water, say this is of 40%, say, and this is of 60%. Water is more polar. Alcohol is less polar than water. If a polarity of solvent increases, see what happens? This charge is dispersed among the polar solvents. Because of dispersion of charge, if a charge is dispersed in more volume, that can act as a good nucleophile. That's why A minus is a good nucleophile, F minus is a strong base. If a polarization of ion is more, its nucleophilicity increases. Okay, that's why aqueous KOH acts as a, here OH minus mainly acts as a nucleophile. Alcoholic KOH acts as a base for, okay, because it cannot disperse the charge much. That's why if you compare rates, say here K1, and this time say alcohol is of 80% and this is of 20%, K2. See, in this case rate of elimination is more because polarity of solvent decreases. If polarity of solvent decreases, rate of E2 elimination reaction increases. Clearly I have given. Aqueous difference between aqueous KOH and alcoholic KOH. Aqueous water is more polar and dispersion of charge on this takes place. Water molecules drag away this negative charge, disperse the negative charge. Okay, and it is acts as a better nucleophile when compared to alcohol, right? So this is the effect of solvent. Now let's see one conceptual question. One conceptual question, see here. if they are given CH3, CH2, CH2, Cl, alcoholic KOH, heat. The product is Cl from this, H from this. CH3, CH double bond, CH2. And if the product compound is CH3, CD2, CH2, Cl, heat under the same conditions. See, CH3, here we have to remove deuterium. Okay, CD, here deuterium, and from the Cl, double bond CH2. See, we know that this is a single step process. In the first example, this is the situation. In the second example, see, here we have to break carbon hydrogen bond. Here we have to break carbon deuterium bond. So whose rate is more clearly? See, say its rate constant K1, its rate constant K2. Whose rate constant is more clearly? First one. K1 is greater than K2 because CD bond energy is more than CH bond energy. So it requires more energy. It is a little bit slow when compared to this. That's why K1 by K2 is greater than 1. It's very clear. They are asking this type of questions in competitive exams. Okay, this is one question. Next, see this, if you look at this, say here CH3, H, here Cl, H, CH3, alcoholic KOH, heat, and here H, CH3, this is Cl, and here this is CH3, H. See the difference in both arrangement of groups, compound 1, compound 2, both are isomers. Here CH3 below the plane, here above the plane. Here CH3 below the plane, here above the plane. I kept the chlorine in the same direction. Now see, what are the possible products? What I told you, this is cyclohexane system. Anti-elimination is possible. So from this carbon, we have to remove chlorine. From adjacent carbon, there are two adjacent carbons. Say this is X, this is Y. From X, is it possible to remove hydrogen? No, clearly, because what I told you in cyclohexane system, anti-elimination is possible. Here Cl is above the plane, here H is above the plane. So removal of this hydrogen is not possible. Here Cl is above the plane, here H is above the plane. So here also not possible. So no E2 reaction, no elimination. Now come to this Cl from this carbon, and H from this carbon, possible or not? They are anti to each other. Anti-elimination is possible. So we can remove this hydrogen, double bond here, methyl, and here CH3H. And what about removal of this Cl and this H? This is also possible. And see this is CH3H. Here this CH3. Okay. Now look at this. Of course, whether these products are same or different, you have to check it. They appear to be same. How do you decide? Based on the configuration, you can decide. Okay, leave it. That is a different matter. So now tell me clearly which is more reactive. 2 is more reactive here. elimination is not possible. What I told you, in cyclohexane system, anti-elimination. In cyclopentane system, syn elimination. We came to that conclusion by the discussion. See, check it once again. Okay. In that way, we can do some problems in E2 reaction, right? Okay, let's see again about the remaining part of this in the next video. Okay.